Right, so it's getting dark. I've actually at long last got tonight's check-ins done. I had one no-show, but when I sent a text message it turned out that they got COVID, but they hadn't told me that they weren't coming. Anyway, that's all done, and we've been getting some pretty heavy gusts of wind. All being well, by 9-10 o'clock it should calm down, but yeah, it's been definitely pretty blustery out here. But my awning and everything is all holding up fine. So I've got myself a chicken stew and dumpling in my oven. That should be ready in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and sit down, get some tea and put some dry socks on. Oh, it's it's the morning after the night before, and yeah, it was a bit wet and wild yesterday evening, but it's obviously settled down a lot now, so a bit blustery, but the worst of that weather's done and behind us. Just want to say a big hello, and hope you enjoyed yourselves on picture number 6. We've just left this morning. We'll be back next year, and I've left a little something for somebody. So yeah, good to have a little chat this morning. I look forward to seeing you next year. We're quiet this afternoon, as I say, going forward now. This is yeah, a very quiet couple of weeks ahead, and so all being well, in the next hour or so I'm going to whip down to Skeggy, go and do my weekly shop, as they say, go to Lidl. So just a couple of bits and bobs just to quickly check over, and I've got a Windows update on the works computer taking place. So once that's installed and everything's all configured up, I'm going to go down and get myself some food for the rest of the week. And Windows update, how long is this one going to take? So some of you may know, and some of you probably don't know, but I used to sort of piddle around with computers and sort of make computers and build computers back in the old days of Windows 95 and Windows, who remembers Windows 3.1 running on DOS? I think I've actually still got the floppy disk at home in the attic. Yeah, once upon a time you could earn a good bit of money building computers, but it's cheaper nowadays just to buy one ready-made. And to be fair, they are pretty reliable. And no, I'm not a Mac person. I am definitely a Windows person. But yeah, system administration. When a computer breaks, you have to do this. And then basically restart and hope it all works again. And 9 times out of 10, it will. Hey, right, just a quick look at a couple of things in this cottage. There's bits and bobs start to move on here early next week, with furniture coming in and jobs that need doing, etc. So yeah, going to be a busy couple of weeks here. Yeah, I've also had a couple of other funny things that have gone on over the last couple of days. Yeah, nothing to worry about, but yeah, a couple of little incidents here on the site. Yeah, interesting. So as my boss goes, hello John. So I know my boss watches my vlogs. It's a bit like Emmerdale being a campsite warden. It's a bit like being in Emmerdale being a campsite warden. It's like a real living soap opera. Yeah, there we go. So my computer has managed to restart. It only took about 45 minutes. And I was going to pop out to the shops, but I'm going to leave that until later this afternoon, I think. And I'm just going to do a quick look on this balcony, because I need to get some paint on here. And I'm assuming I'm going to use some garage paint, but I think we'll try and possibly jet wash up here. If I can get the jet wash up. But yeah, so view from the balcony. Sorry. Windy, but it's a lot warmer. A lot warmer than it has been, for sure. Right, I need to go and have a look at this paint, and then tomorrow we're going to start doing a little list of these jobs that need doing and how we're going to do it. All right, time to nip out of the site for an hour. It's time way up. Losing complete track of days. Today's Saturday, isn't it? So it was last Saturday I came back to the site, and I don't think I've been off since then, have I? No, I've not. Week. A week since I've driven my car. So I did have some food that I bought back last Saturday once I've been home, and going to go and stock up, get some stuff for the next week. You know, once upon a time, shopping at Lidl was easy, quick, simple. Throw your stuff in the basket, throw it on the conveyor belt, and the cashier would lob it all back at you as fast as you could load up the conveyor belt. Have you noticed, since they've done the self checkout tills, that everything is on a go slow? It's actually took me longer to queue to pay than actually to do a shop. And the next question is, why don't you use the self-checkouts? Well, if you have beer, which I've just got myself some Carling, then you've then got to wait for an assistant that's on the till to come and authorise that you're over 18. So that then stops everything, and you're stood in another queue because you're waiting for the queue out of the other queue to stop your queue so you don't have to queue on the other queue. But it's all a queue. And men in the centre aisles, why do they just go slow and have to touch everything? It's like, ooh, tools, drills, nuts. I need to look at this, and they touch absolutely any man thing, that's tool thing. Why do they have to stop and touch everything? Am I just getting to be a grumpy old man? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I've been shopping. Got you some new dog biscuits. Do you want some of these? Do you want some of these? I just decided to just come out for a short walk, and beautiful afternoon. It's actually gone quite warm. And is it just me? Oh, shiny conkers. There's just always an urge to pick them up, isn't there? Always an urge to pick conkers up. So with all the strong wind we've just had over the last day or so, obviously a lot of the conkers have come down. The conker tree here. So we had great memories with the kids making what we used to call conker necklaces, where we'd just go and gather and pick up dozens and dozens and dozens, even hundreds of conkers, and put them on a big length of rope. Just going to have a look at this other conker tree down this lane here now. Yeah, and the wind's managed to drop down this afternoon as well. Yeah, so I've gathered myself up a few conkers, move them back to the caravan, I think, and let them sit there for a little while. So it's all freshly ploughed again, isn't it? Just quickly checking my email back in my van and my Gmail. If you've got a YouTube channel, and obviously you're doing regular updates and vlogs and everything, you've always got to be careful of copyright music in the background and getting copyright strikes. So if you're in a public area, I don't know, if just as an example, you're in a pub and there's a jukebox on, you've got to be very, very careful what audio your recording picks up. But I've had several incidents where I've had montage videos on my own personal channel, not this channel, with paid for copyright music. So some of the video editing packages that I use come bungled with free to use music, and it's not uncommon for people to claim that copyright free music is their music, and before you know it, you end up getting a strike. It doesn't take you down or anything, but they then start to take any money you earn off that video. So never be afraid. If you know that the music you're using is copyright free, never be afraid of challenging. I've done this loads of times with companies, and they must make an absolute mint where people are scared to actually to make a counterclaim. So you probably can't read that one there. But I, Neil Taylor, good news. After reviewing your dispute, Fuga, F-U-G-A, has decided to release their copyright claim. They never had a copyright claim. Video title, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so as I say, just be really mindful that if you are using copyright-free music on your videos and these sort of claims come in, challenge them. Absolutely challenge them. I'd say I've had quite a lot of these, and I think it's absolutely cheeky that there'll be thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of other people where these guys have actually tried to claim that they own the copyright to this copyright-free music. Anyway, Happy days. Right, it's getting on a bit now. It's almost time to put some tea in the oven. So I think on my last video I was talking about, obviously I need to earn some money over winter. And I did sign up for Camberley. I can't remember, it was 2 or 3 years ago, and never really got further than actually starting the actual process. But I think I might complete my profile, and possibly we'll wait and see. But start doing Camberley. So those that know what it is will know what it is. It's an online teaching thing where you talk in English to students and things. And I knew I had 2 spare pairs of shoelaces or bootlaces from some. I knew I'd got them. I think these could come in handy over the next couple of days. Just have you any idea what I could potentially be using bootlaces for? Yeah, brand new bootlaces. I've got an idea. Right, I'm going to cut this video here. I wasn't too sure whether I'd get any content to go out today, and it does appear to have been some content. So as ever, if you made it to the end, fantastic. Big thumbs up would be brilliant. If you're new here, again, fantastic. There's a thumbs up to you. Notification button down there below, and that blue t-shirt you've got on, that new blue t-shirt you're wearing, I've not seen that before. Where did you get that from? I like that blue t-shirt. I really do. Right, I've got to go. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one.